30 days, that is how much paid leave you earn every single year in uniform, and walking away from it at separation can cost you thousands of dollars. Earned, owed to you, and shockingly easy to waste. And there is one choice at the very end of a career that decides whether that leave turns into a paycheck or just quietly disappears. We will get to exactly how that works.
This is Erica, and the foundation is simple. Leave accrues at 2.5 days for each month of active service. Do the math over a year, and that is 30 days of paid time off earned automatically.
Same rate every branch, by the way. It does not matter whether you wear an Army or a Space Force uniform. The accrual is identical across all 6 branches. The differences are in how units approve it, not how you earn it.
Hey everyone, Kai here. The day you hit active duty status, the clock starts. And your leave and earnings statement tracks the running balance right there under the word leave.
Hi all, I'm May. Here is the reframe that changes everything. Leave is money, not just vacation. Each day you bank is worth a day of your base pay, real cash parked in an account you forgot you had.
But it does not just pile up forever, and that is where people get burned. Watch how the balance climbs and where it slams into a ceiling. Start at 0. After 1 year, you are at 30 days. 2 years, 60 days. And right around there, the system draws a hard line you cannot climb past without a special exception.
So the number you actually keep tops out at 60. Anything above that has a deadline, and we will quantify exactly what it costs next.
Ignore your balance, and here is the trap. The system does not warn you. It just quietly trims it back at the end of the year. May has been sitting on the question half this comment section asks every time leave comes up. Go ahead.
Yes, and it is this. If I am sitting on more leave than I can ever use, do I just lose it? Or is there a way to turn it into actual money? That is the whole video.
That is the fork we are building toward. Coming up, the 60-day wall that quietly eats your days, the real dollars a sellback actually pays, and the one move at separation almost everyone gets wrong.
September 30th is the date that costs people leave, and almost nobody has it circled. That is the close of the military fiscal year, and it is the moment the use or lose rule fires. Here is the mechanics. Your ceiling is 60 days of ordinary leave. Whatever sits above 60 at the end of the fiscal year does not roll over, and it cannot be sold later. It simply evaporates.
Use or lose is the headline, so let me anchor the date precisely. The forfeiture happens at September 30th, the end of the fiscal year, not the calendar year. People plan around December and lose days in the fall.
Now there is a real exception, and it matters most for the people who earned it the hard way. Deploy to a hostile fire or imminent danger zone for at least 120 continuous days, and special leave accrual protects a higher balance. The special leave accrual cap is 90 days total, 60 ordinary plus 30 protected. And note the change. Effective January 1st of 2023, that ceiling dropped from 120 to 90. You get 2 fiscal years to burn it down.
One more layer people conflate. Not all leave is chargeable. Convalescent leave for medical recovery and permissive temporary duty, that house hunting and job hunting time at the end, do not draw down your balance at all.
There is one belief I hear constantly that costs good people real days, and I want to put it on the board and break it cleanly. The myth is that leave just stacks up safely until you cash it out someday. The fact is the opposite. Anything over 60 at fiscal year end is gone, and only special leave accrual ever changes that.
So the optimization is obvious. Watch the balance against September 30th, and never bank toward one giant trip if it pushes you over 60 going into the fall.
Unless you are separating, Kai, then that big balance is the opportunity.
Fair. That is exactly the pivot. While you are serving, protect the balance from the wall. But at the very end, a big balance becomes a decision worth real money, which is where this gets interesting.
Bella, this is the exact place a viewer raised their hand. Take it.
Right. The question is, okay, I am getting out with 40 days saved. What is that actually worth in dollars? Let us go put a number on it, real quick, because this next part matters to you. If any of this is helping, tap that like button, then hit subscribe and ring the bell so the next one finds you. Both are free and take about a second, but they tell the algorithm to show this to one more person who needs it. Cashing out leave sounds like free money, so let me make it concrete with a real number. Selling leave back pays you exactly 1 day of base pay for each day of leave, and nothing more.
The formula is clean. Take your monthly base pay, divide by 30, and that is your daily rate. That single number is the entire value of 1 day of sold back leave. Hold on to it, because the next part is where people get surprised.
And there is a hard lifetime limit most people have never heard: 60 days. That is the total leave you can ever sell back across your entire career, not per year. Burn it early and it is gone at the end.
Let me run a real one. Picture Sergeant Reyes, an Army E6 separating with 60 days banked and a monthly base pay of about $4,585. Watch what the sellback actually nets her. Her daily rate is base pay divided by 30, about $153 a day, times 60 days, that is roughly $9,180 before anything comes out.
And there is the reveal. No housing allowance and no subsistence allowance land in a sellback payout, only base pay. Then federal tax takes its cut on top. What looked like $9,000 lands closer to $6,900 in hand.
And that tax line is the quiet one. Federal withholding runs around 25% on sold leave, and your state may take a bite too.
That missing allowance is the entire game. There is another path where those same 60 days keep paying you base, housing, and subsistence the whole time.
Terminal leave keeps base pay plus both allowances while you are off, so put the two side by side. Sellback is a lump sum of base pay only, then taxed. Same 60 days, very different totals.
Run the numbers, and it is not close on dollars alone. Keeping the allowances through terminal leave can be worth a few thousand more than selling the same 60 days. So the cash out is rarely the money maximizing move.
But dollars are not the only thing on the table, and that is exactly where reasonable people land on opposite sides. So let us actually argue it out. Here is the fork every separating service member faces with 60 days banked. Do you sell it back for a check, or take terminal leave and burn it while still on the payroll? Kay thinks cash is never the goal, and Erica thinks it can be exactly the right move.
Maximize the dollars and terminal leave wins outright. The same 60 days keep paying you base housing and subsistence the whole time you are off. Selling back hands you base pay only, then taxes it. You are voluntarily deleting your allowances for no reason.
That is true when you have the time to spend it. But many people do not. If your civilian job starts the Monday after you separate, you cannot physically take 2 months of terminal leave. Selling back is the only way those days become anything at all.
So push on that, Kai. What about the person with a job offer that will not wait? Telling them to take terminal leave is telling them to walk away from the offer.
Then I would not sell all 60. I would take as much terminal leave as the start date allows, even 2 or 3 weeks of double income, and sell only the remainder. You almost never have to choose all or nothing.
And I would add a real case for selling. Some people genuinely need the lump sum at separation. Think a housing deposit or a gap before the first civilian paycheck. Predictable cash today can beat slightly more value spread across 2 months of leave.
Before either of you lands it, name the catch on your own side. Erica, the downside of selling.
The catch is real. You leave allowance money on the table and you spend part of a 60-day lifetime cap you can never earn back. Sell carelessly and you have permanently shrunk a one-time benefit.
And the catch on mine is that terminal leave assumes you can afford the time. If your start date is fixed and early, my dollar optimal answer is useless to you. The best math is the one that fits your actual calendar.
So here is the verdict, and it is straight from the same rules we walked through. On dollars alone, terminal leave wins. You keep base pay plus your housing and subsistence allowances, while a sellback pays base only and gets taxed. Here is what I would actually do. Take terminal leave for every day you can. Sell back only what a job start date or a real cash need forces, and never burn the lifetime 60-day cap on a year you did not have to. If you remember one thing, remember that your default move is terminal leave, not the cash out. Let us lock it in. 30 days a year, lose anything over 60 at fiscal year end. And at separation, terminal leave usually beats selling because you keep your allowances.
Your move tonight is one glance. Open your leave and earnings statement and count how far you are from that 60-day wall before September 30th. Send this to the buddy in your unit who is sitting on a fat balance and does not know it.
And here's the part nobody warns you about. There is a way to get up to 20 paid days off that never touch your leave balance at all. We will break down exactly how to stack it next.
If this saved you even one day of leave, hit like and subscribe. We are building the all-branch playbook for everything they hand you in service.
And the one only you can answer. At separation, is your plan terminal leave or a sellback, and why? Tell us in the comments what you would do.
Pass the lesson along gently. That is how it travels farthest.
That was a strong episode, Bella. The students are in good hands. This is Professor Erica. Thanks for watching and signing off.